Well, good day, everybody. Glad you could join me today. All right, so today the topic will be Jeff White knives. I have 9 examples of the knives that he produces. Now, Jeff White was out of commission for a little while, and there was a lot of people wondering if he's back making knives, and yes, he is. These are what I've have so far to date. They're excellent knives, so I'll bring you in a little closer and we're going to take a look at the 9 that I have here on the table. Okay, now that I got you a lot closer, you can see his designs. All right, all the ones that I've purchased all have the curly maple. Okay, now the reason why I got that is I just love the tiger stripe pattern. Like, it's beautiful. All right. Now, the only knife that I've seasoned so far is this one right here. I've had this one for a couple of years now, and it's sharp. I use it in the kitchen quite a bit. It's my top 5 as far as knives go in the kitchen. Okay. Now the rest of the handles, the scales, I've not treated yet, but I will do that in the next little while. Hammer forged is what they claim. Now it's all 1095 steel. Okay, the Rockwell is 59. HRC is between 58 and 60, but the Rockwell is 59. Right here is his Comanche Kephart knife. Okay, as you can see, I have fairly large hands. Fits nice in the hand. Right here you can see some space, and then you can see the end of the handle. All right. Now that thickness of the spine is 1/8. Very, very nice knife. The total length is what, 10, a little over 10 inches. Okay, the blade itself is 5.5 and 4.5 for the handle. So, like, that's a nice beefy handle. Very nice knife. It's got a little bit of weight to it. It's 7 ounces. It's the largest one. Well, these two are pretty close, but as far as thickness goes, it's one of the largest ones that I have for the Jeff White. Double pinned, all full tang. Very nice knife. All right. Now next to it, this one here is the English trade knife. Okay, that's the replica for the 1800s. That's a sweet blade right there. Again, fits nice on the hand. Okay, you just gotta be mindful of the edges here on all of them. Okay, same with the patch knife. All right, but once you get used to it, you'll know that when you choke up, just keep it nice and firm, and don't go right into the edge on top. Just keep it firm right here and you'll be fine. So this is the English trade. Now this is the French trade knife. Look at the scales on that, eh? Isn't that something? Beautiful, beautiful scales. You can't feel the tang whatsoever in any of the scales. None of them. Okay, none of them. Now, as far as the knife goes, they're both the same, except for the design right here. Round, square, flat. Everything else is basically the same. Okay, so this is the English, and that's the French trade knife. Okay, now the English one is overall 9 3/8, 5 1/4 inch blade. All right, the French itself, again 5 1/4, still the same thing, 9 3/8, a little over an inch, 1/16, and an 1/8 for the width here. So that's an 1/8, 1/16. But again, if you go on the website and you're looking at the knives, the measurements I'm giving you are these, okay? These right here. Now, you could probably grab 5, 6 more Kepharts, and it might be a little wider, a little longer, you know, but all in all, this is my measurements. They're handmade, hand forged, so you're going to get discrepancies in length, width, and thickness, I guess. Okay, so you got your Kephart, you got your English trade, your French trade from the 1800s. All right, so this one here was gifted to me by a good friend a couple years ago. It's the Siberian Tundra. Check out them scales. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this one here is probably about just under 4 ounces, 3.9 ounces. 8 3/8 of an inch long. The blade itself is 4.5. Okay, the widest part right here, you're looking at 1.25 inches. That's a nice blade. All right, very, very nice blade. All the knives that I have on the table are all convex. This one's sharp. I've never touched any of the other ones. Very, very nice knife. Now the one right after that, this one here is Lewis and Clark Expedition. That's a sweet blade right there. Sweet, sweet blade. A little bit of jimping. It's not aggressive. Okay. On the edge here where the 90 is a little bit, but you can round that off with a little filing. But on top, no, she's not aggressive at all. You can see his maker's mark. All right. Now that's the Lewis and Clark Expedition. The entire length is 9 5/8, 6.5 ounces. This is nice, 6.5 ounces. Blade length, 5 inches. I like that. Now, as far as the width of the blade, you're looking at 1 inch and 7/16. Just under 1.5 inches, and that's at the sweet belly right here. Okay, right here at the tip, it's a little over 1.5 inches, but I don't count that. But right here is just under 1.5 inches. Convex. Now that's a nice knife right there. That'd be perfect for skinning. Very nice. That's how it fits in the hand. Okay, so the handle on this one's 4 5/8, and she fits nice and snug. Like even if you choke up right here, you can see, right? I like the feel of this. 1/8 of an inch steel right here for stock, 1/8 of an inch. All right, so these are my two that are 1/8. All the rest are 3/32. Okay, that's just under an eighth, little over a 16th. All right. Now this one here, check out the scales on that son of a gun. Isn't that beautiful? Nice and flat. That's a patch knife. Nice and small. Okay, little forefinger. But that's the way it sits in my hand. You just curl it up in your fingers. Right here, your baby finger's right at the end. Again, be mindful of the edge right here, but right now that feels good right there. So it's almost like 3.5, depending on how you hold it. That is a nice little knife. Same as your paring knife in the kitchen, you know what I mean? The patch knife. This one here is just under 7 inches. You're looking at 6 7/8, 3.5 inch blade, 3 3/8 handle. Okay, now the width right here is 13/16, which is nice. Very nice little knife. Isn't that something? 6 7/8. And the thing is, it feels good in the hand. Put your baby finger in the back here, and you can do a lot of work with that. That'd be very nice in the kitchen. All of them would. So like back in the day, 1800s, most of the knives in the frontier were your kitchen knives, your butcher knives. And that's what Jeff White has basically kept uniform and stayed with that style. Okay, all the butcher knives were anywhere between a 16th, 3/32, 1/8, not much bigger, right? And that's what he ended up staying with. Okay, that's why like all the replicas from the 1800s for your French and English trade knives looks like your butcher knives, eh? Very, very nice knives. All right, and also 2.1 ounce, nice and light. I don't know if I mentioned it, 6.5 ounces, 2.1. Now this one here is his Bush 1. If you're into reenactments, 1750s, mid 1750s, 1800, that's what this represents. Okay, is Bush 1. This one here is 4.2 ounces. Nice blade. 8 3/4 total length. You're looking at a little over 4.5, 4 5/8 for the blade, and the thickness is 1.5 inches. Again, 3/32. Now that's a nice knife. And again, fits in the hand very nicely. Okay. Very, very nice scales. I don't find it slippery or nothing like that. I find it nice, beautiful. And then once I treat it, like I did this one, it's going to be sharp. I like that. So that's his Bush 1. Now, beside that one, this here is what he calls his Mini. Okay, that's 6 inches. All right, and you're looking at 3 and 3, 3 inch. But that's a nice little 6-inch knife. These two, you can probably turn into a nice neck knife. Both of them. This one especially. Or if you want to make a sheath, you could pair them both up like this in the same sheath. You know what I mean? So that'd be great. Or you could pair this one up, you know what I mean? Or even pair it up to with your Kephart. But yeah, that's his Mini. Okay, that's 1.8 ounces, that one there. Very, very nice. Okay, you're looking at 15/16, pretty well, almost an inch right across the belly here. But that's a nice knife right there. Very nice. Little 3-finger. Put your thumb up here, nice little 3-finger, you can do a lot of work. Or you can pinch it, you know, when you're doing your game or skinning or whatever, and you pinch it up here, you got no problems. You can work that very nicely. Now this one here is his camp knife. I like this one. Now this is a nice blade. You want to skin game and all that, this will be the one right there. Very nice scales. You gotta love that tiger stripe curly maple effect. Like, I just keep looking at that. That's sweet. Okay, now for his camp knife, this is 2.8 ounces. Very nice, 7.5 inch overall. Very nice blade. You're looking at 3.5 inch blade, 4-inch handle. Beautiful scales, again, 3/32. All 1095. Everything here is a convex edge. Very nice knives. All right. So anyways, that's what I have so far as Jeff White knives. I got these 9. These are the ones that I really liked. He's got a couple of more, but right now, this is my collection so far. So I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of paper just to give you an idea of its sharpness, and that comes straight from him. These are all brand new, by the way, except for this one was gifted to me, but all the rest are new. All right. Never touched them, never did anything to the edge, never cut any wood or nothing. So let's take a look at its sharpness. All right, so what do I have here? Just standard printer paper, nothing special. That's all that is, standard printer paper. Okay, now we'll start off with the Kephart. Nice edge. That's the English trade. Very nice. That's the French trade knife. Okay. Very nice edge. This one I'm not going to use. I'm not going to show you right yet. Okay, this one here, like I said, Lewis and Clark. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice knife. Now, a patch knife. Look at that, eh? Very nice. Bush one. Very sharp. All right. The mini. Okay, is there an edge on that somewhere? Let me take a look at that. Okay, I'll put that there. I'll grab another piece of paper. Okay, fresh piece of paper. All right. Okay, so it's sharp, but now let's try this one again. Let's try the mini again. Okay, so the mini, I'm gonna have to work on that. I don't like the edge. Convex. I don't know why it's not cutting the paper, but then again, that's the way it goes. It's sharper just at the tip here, but from here to the belly, not so much. But the tip, not too bad. Okay, now the camp knife. Okay, we'll take a look at the camp knife. She's not too, oh, she's got a lot of edges on it. If you go slow and move it back and forth, it's not too bad. But she does catch right in here. Sharp. Nothing that a little stropping won't fix. Okay. So anyways, excluding this one, I've not touched any of these. These all came from Jeff White, the way it sits. So anyways, this one here is the sharpest out of the bunch. Beautiful convex. These ones here will be like that with just a little bit of TLC. All this needs is some stropping. That's all it needs. A few passes on leather with a little bit of compound or a little bit of diamond dust, a little bit of spray. That'll all be hair popping sharp. Okay? This one here started it off for me. That is a sweet knife. So anyways, the wind's died down. Let's see if we can do it real quick. See, it's sharp. Okay, this one, again, sharp. Wind's starting to pick up. See how it doesn't catch? Okay, once it catches, you can see how sharp it is. So it ain't gonna take much on a leather strop to bring them all hair popping sharp, you know what I mean? So this is just a quick look at my Jeff White knives and the one that started it all. So anyways, thank you very much for dropping in. This is just a quick video to show you a few knives from Jeff White. Each and every one of these will have a separate video. It deserves it. I'm going to clean up the handles, soak them in linseed oil. I'm going to strop all the blades, get them nice and sharp, and then we'll come back and do a little bit of woodwork. So again, thanks for dropping in, and you guys take care. Later. Bye now.